So here's the thing, folks. There's a difference between ROI and ROL. Most people are looking for a return on their investment. See, that's not what you're looking at. When someone's going, I want to do your coaching, what's your return on investment? What they're saying is they're going to spend some money to work with you, right? Let's say that you charge $1,000 or whatever it is. They want to know, am I going to make my $1,000 back? If you get into that conversation with your clients over, well, yeah, you know what we'll do is we'll try to get your $1,000 back, you're going to miss the point. Here's what matters as a coach. First of all, you have to have confidence in what you do. We don't try to get just an ROI with our clients. We try to do what's called ROL, a return on life. A coach brings them back to connecting with their family, connecting with their friends, connecting with their business, connecting to themselves. So the ROI isn't just a financial thing. When you start getting into a conversation over, oh yeah, so am I going to get my $1,000 back? You're missing the point. By the time you spend time with your client, whether that's 3 months, 6 months, or a year, they should not be able to recognize themselves. They should be like, I'm fitter, I'm stronger, I feel better inside, I'm more resilient, my business is flourishing. And so when that happens, it's a different conversation. The problem that most of us coaches have when we have an ROI problem is because we didn't make a return on investment to ourselves. We didn't do a return on life to how we show up in the world. So yes, we lack confidence when we say that, because are you waking up early? Are you resilient? Do you have the mindset? Do you have the education that you put in, invested in yourself? Those are the questions you should ask yourself, right? Now, of course, being in like the 3 principles community, you may say, well, it's all about state of minds and stuff. I'm going to make another, when we do another video or when we do another conversation webinar, I'm going to talk about why I'm not really keen on just worrying about states of mind. But for now, what you should focus on is ROL, right? That's also for you, right? When you're doing a business, when you're a coach, what's your return on life? Are you spending so much time on things in your coaching that you've taken away time from your family, taken some time away from your own well-being? Because if you have to restructure your business. Because even if I have so many clients that are extremely wealthy, but they're miserable. They have a lot of money, but they're divorcing. They haven't seen their kids in 2 weeks. They're overweight. You can see their bags under their eyes. They're exhausted. What kind of ROI is that? You have millions in the bank and you're going to die. Well, if you don't have a return on life, it's not going to matter. I'm going to say this again. If you don't have a return on life, you can also substitute that and say return on love. It doesn't really matter. I don't want to get woo-woo on it because your life is where love happens. If you don't have a return on connecting, your inner faculties, your external faculties, what is that? Feeling good, physically feeling good, physically being able to have energy for the day, then you have to start looking at what is going on. And the more you do that to your own world, the easier it is to attract clients because they see the changes you've already made. See, you're not selling coaching. Selling coaching is a lot of words. I can use a lot of words. I can use NLP and be all fancy. They're going to say, do I want to be like Amir? Do I want some of what Amir has in his life? How is he with his family? How is he with his children? How is he in his business? How is he when he struggles? How does he get out of struggle? And what does he look like when he's in success? When you can answer that for yourself, then the coaching gets elevated naturally. So when they meet with you and there is a enrollment conversation, it's not difficult. You've set yourself straight. They're going to feel that. It's an energetic feel. They're going to know this guy knows what's going on. They're either going to say, I want some of that, or they're not going to want that. but you're going to know within the next 10, 15 minutes because they're going to feel your energy. They're going to feel where you're coming from. They're going to feel if you're the right coach for them. Now, there are some coaches that are different than me, right? They're more quiet and they're more insightful and they're more about the inside out nature. That's okay. Like if you'll know within 5 minutes that I'm not your guy, wouldn't you rather know that? Like, wouldn't you want your clients to know that? Now, if you're the quiet, relaxed guy and that works for you, or you're a quiet, relaxed lady and that works for you, they're going to know. You don't have to have strength by being loud, but show your strength. Show who you are to your clients and potential clients so they know what they're going to get. And if they see within the 10, 15 minutes, an hour that they're with you, that their ROL, their future return on life will change, the money's not going to matter as much. The money's not going to matter. They will find a way to find that money. At the end of the day, here's what typically happens, okay? The two types of people that normally show up to get things like coaching or programs are people that are either down in the dumps, they have nowhere to go, and they just make an investment. I've been there. I know that. And I went to a Dan Kennedy seminar in, I think it was Austin. It was a copywriting seminar. I had bankrupted my company and I needed to find a way for my restaurants to thrive. So what did I do? I had my last money, got on an airplane and went to see Dan Kennedy, and I followed everything he did. And I ended up turning my businesses around. I put in the energy. I put in both my ROI, but my ROL, which is I needed to get my return on life back. I was miserable. I was losing in life, didn't have any money, and I said, this is it. So that's one type of person. They're on their last leg and they need to get shit moving. The second type of person that typically will do it is someone that's financially already there, but they just want a slight edge. That's it. They're like, I already made everything. I'm already doing really well, but let me see if this $1,000 program gives me something. And if it gives you a slight edge, great. I'm there now where I have enough money. I've secured enough. I've removed all my debts. So now when I do a program, it's not like I'm looking for that very big thing. It's like I'm interested and I'm curious and I will get something out of that somehow. If it doesn't make me or break me, something will not be, it's not going to be the end of the world for me. So you have to know your audience. Who are you working with? Are you working with people who are literally on their last leg, right? Where they're going to have some price resistance. The ROI is going to matter for them. They're going to know if that $500 is going to get them out of their debt or the hole that they're in, or get them out of their extreme depression. You have to be very cautious. You're going to have to speak a different language with that type of group. And then there's the other group, which they've already made it and they're looking for more of an ROL, right? Not necessarily an ROI. They're looking for a return on life, kind of a slight edge, maybe an insight, and they're not going to really be more as resistant to what your program is going to cost. So be very clear who you're speaking to, what your audience is, and what you're trying to do. Sometimes the ROI is a conversation to have to get to the ROL, and sometimes the ROI is just not going to be worth it for some people. So this comes back to my last thing is, if someone says no, that's okay. If someone says no, that's okay. It could be a ROI issue. If they're like, look, I can't afford it. This is not what I was expecting. Move on. Move on. Go to somebody else that may either see value in you, or if you start getting too many no's, see where you're showing up in a way that you're just not getting clients. That could be another issue, right? This can be a 5-hour conversation. I'm going to leave it at that, but I want you to take that into consideration as what are you doing to bring a return on life, not only for your clients, where they see themselves changing physically, mentally, psychologically, right? Where their wealth, health, happiness shifts tremendously, right? Where they see that money that they're bringing in make those ROL changes in the future. And secondly, more importantly, actually make that first, is what's your return on life? How are you making those changes today? What are you doing to be more healthy spiritually, mentally, physically, psychologically? How are you showing that for your family? How's that seeping into your business life? And if you don't have those answers, you need to get off this video call and really spend some time jotting it down and seeing where you are missing out. This idea that you don't have time, I don't have time to work out. Yes, you do. You have 10 minutes to go on a walk. You have 10 minutes to do jumping jacks or do push-ups before you go take a dump or before you go to sleep or the minute you wake up. Like, that's nonsense. You can do things to change your physical well-being. It makes a difference. All right, I'm going to let you guys, I'm going to go on for some questions. If you have any questions, let me know.